So I do remember that phone call, yes. I talked to Bradley and said, hey, we got the best hitter in the country coming here, so you might want to call him and make sure, that he's still coming. And I did that, but it was great to hit it off so well with Seth early on in that process, and we've had a great relationship ever since.
He said specifically that y'all talked about just hitting for 2 hours, and it's two guys who love that side of the game. What's it been like? What's your relationship been like with him since he got here?
I try to be honest. I try to be who I am, and I'm a baseball coach. I mean, I'm a baseball guy. I'm not a politician. I'm not trying to sell anything that's not true, and that's one of my big things when it comes to talking to a potential recruit or a player that's coming in. I'm going to tell them exactly what's going to happen when they come to Clemson. I try to be as authentic as I possibly can and tell them this is what I believe, this is how I coach players, this is what we're going to do, and when they come here, they know that it's true. And sometimes that doesn't always happen in the recruiting process. So I want every player that comes to Clemson to know that this is what we do, this is how we handle our players and develop our players, this is what matters in our program, and when you get here, it's true. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Last year, Brooks Crawford got mono, and he missed a lot of games for it and all that. He said it kind of got him refocused on how important baseball is. His approach this year to this season and how he's performed, coming back off that.
Well, I just, I hate to use the cliche, he's just been more consistent, but Brooks was a guy, quite honestly, that going into the fall, I didn't know if he would fit into the rotation. I felt like his first 2 years he had been a bullpen guy. In fact, I think the only start that he had made in his first 2 years, unless I'm missing something, was in the ACC championship his freshman year. Outside of that, he had always pitched out of the bullpen, and the big question mark for us was always going to be, will he be able to get through a lineup twice? Is he ever going to break that threshold and take that next step? So we knew he was going to be a candidate to be a starter, but we didn't know if he was going to fit in that role this year as a junior. And we challenged him a little bit, like, hey, man, we just lost 4 starters. We lost 400 innings of starting pitching. It's time for you to step up. If you want to be a weekend guy, now's the time. We need to see you take that next step. And he certainly did that, and I give him all the credit. We didn't do anything differently with him. We gave him the ball and gave him the expectations that you're an older player now, and we need you to step up. If we're going to be good this year, you're going to have to be a big part of what we do. And he got better and better and better. He was way better in the spring when we came back. It really solidified to me that he should be a weekend starter, because after the fall, I even told him in his end of the fall meeting, I'm like, buddy, I don't have you in the rotation. You're going to need to be a whole lot better if you want to pitch in the rotation. And to his credit, when he came back, he was our best starter when we came back for those 3 weeks or so that we get before the season started, and that's why he won a weekend job. So it's because of Brooks and what Brooks has done. He took the challenge that I presented to him at the end of the fall of his junior year, and he made the most of it, and that's what you like to see in players. It just shows you, again, the confidence that he has in himself and the toughness that he has to be able to do what he's done this year, and I'm very, very proud of Brooks.
Coach Hawkins had a pretty good ACC tournament. What does he bring to the lineup, and does he give you some more options this weekend?
He gives you power, and he gives you good at-bats against left-handed pitching, so he would be an option in that role, whether we decided, potentially play him at third or DH him. I think he showed in the ACC tournament that he can give you good at-bats against left-handed pitching, so he would definitely be in the mix depending on who we face and how we use him.
How proud of you of Logan when he turned the corner this year? He was struggling the first half of the season, striking out a lot, and then he changed things up. His approach since that Virginia series and the way he's played.
Well, Logan's an extremely hard worker too. I mean, he's a guy that's very, very self-motivated. He has a routine that he sticks to, and he works extremely hard on his swing and on his defense. And a shortstop's got to be a defender first, and that's what we tell our shortstops. Look, when you're not hitting, you got to bring it every day in the dirt. I mean, you got to make every single play for our pitching staff, even when you're not hitting. That's your primary goal, first and foremost, is to be a great defender. And that's the thing that's most I've been most impressed with Logan is the transformation that he made from his freshman year to this year's. How much better is he defensively this year than he was as a freshman? We knew he was going to hit. It's just a matter of time. He's too talented to not hit. He's going to hit. And, he had his struggles. He had his ups and downs. But that's the beauty of being an everyday player. He knows I'm going to put him in the lineup every day, and he's going to get to go out there and work his way through it. And he handled it well. That's another big factor for Logan right now is even when he wasn't hitting at his best, he handled it the right way, and he kept plugging away, kept working, and now he's put together good at bats, and he's been much better for us the second half of the year offensively.
You've had a lot of belief in this team and their ability to overcome adversity. I remember that Game 3 against Florida State when you literally grabbed them in the dugout in the middle when you guys were down and told them you're going to win. What's the confidence level you have in this year's team going into regionals compared maybe to last?
I just think to me, it's the most complete team that we've had. I think our starting pitching has been very consistent. Our bullpen, I believe, is a strength of ours. I feel like we have a number of guys who give us quality innings. I've said that time and time again. It's the best defensive team that we've had here, and it's a team that's probably got the most power. To me, it's probably the most balanced team when you look at all different phases of the game and all the pieces of the puzzle. And it's an experienced group in a lot of different ways too. Even though our starting pitchers didn't have a ton of experience until this year, every one of those guys had been in the program. So to me, I think it's the combination of experience. It's a good defensive ball club. Coach C, I don't know if I can give anybody more credit than him. To lose that many innings and to be able to put together a staff as good as this one is a testament to him. But I think all those factors are why we are as confident as we are in what this team is capable of. But I told the team, yesterday when I met with them, said, guys, the bottom line is that it's not the best team that wins a regional. It's the team that plays the best. And that's what we've got to do. It doesn't matter if you're a 1, 2, 3, 4 national seed or no national seed. The bottom line is we're trying to win a regional. We haven't done that. We're trying to win a regional. And if we're going to win a regional, we need to be the team that plays the best baseball this weekend. On paper, maybe we are the best team. I don't know. But I know this, if we're going to win this regional, we got to play our best baseball this weekend.
For your freshman pitchers,